One of the things I love about My Hero Academia is the multifaceted development of the characters in the series. Over the course of 5 seasons, we've seen almost every main character get their time to shine and show true growth as a person and hero. We saw this multiple times with Deku, Bakugo, and Uraka, and now we're seeing it with Endeavor, as he tries to win back his family in addition to balancing the pressures of being the #1 hero in Japan. In My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 17, this is on full display as Endeavor is currently on work study with the students from UA. While initially Endeavor felt it would be a great opportunity for quality time with just his son for work study, the impending League of Villains attack tipped off to him by Hawks shows that Endeavor not only has to mend the relationship with his son and family, but needs to prepare the next generation to be heroes as fast as possible because of this attack. I enjoyed this episode a lot because it shows the relatable aspect of the heroes. While society looks at them as perfect or the best, they all have their own deep personal torment and issues. With Endeavor, this episode shows how he's trying his hardest to overcome the past. It's been over a decade since the domestic violence incident with his wife and the neglect Endeavor showed towards his family simply because they were quirkless compared to Shoto. Pushing him so hard and not allowing him to play with his siblings growing up had a devastating effect on all the family members, all of which who blame Endeavor, which he understands that. The back and forth of this job work training that Endeavor does with his students shows that full aspect of being a hero. Thinking about family and friends while also being able to get the job done at a high level as the #1 hero. This is one of the underrated parts of My Hero Academia in my opinion, because the show seamlessly transitions back and forth in a way that's easy to understand and is completely relatable based on the atmosphere the show follows. I like how this episode constantly showed Endeavor having flashbacks to his past mistakes because it shows that he not only regrets it, but he's determined to fix the issues at hand. It's weighing heavily on his mind, but his resolve is helping push him through the resistance. He isn't giving up, just like he didn't give up when he went plus ultra in the fight against the Nomu. Another fascinating aspect on this episode is how each family member is dealing with the changed Endeavor and how they're all trying to get over their own personal trauma with the past and forgive Endeavor. Shoto's case is the most interesting because he was pushed to insane levels when training as a kid by Endeavor, watching his mom get physically assaulted by his dad and literally caught the moment his mom went insane due to Endeavor's abuse, which he ended up with a huge burn across his face for simply checking on his mom. Tough life, huh? And that's a lot to unpack. Out of anybody in the family, Shoto probably has the most reason to not forgive his dad. But in this episode, it reveals that Shoto is an extremely kind-hearted person. He simply can't give up on his dad. Despite what happened, he's willing to open up. The dynamic with My Hero is one of the best aspects. Not only is it cool to see the work study action, but also watching a family attempt to get over past transgressions is moving and definitely relatable to a lot of people out there. The aspects of having Endeavor find the balance by remembering what All Might said to him about being a #1 hero is also a nice touch. It helps the maturation process for Endeavor, his family, work, pressure, preparation, mentally. All of these aspects need to be handled intelligently. Throughout this episode, you can see how Endeavor is applying all of the outside feedback to become a better person and hero. The cool thing about the intertwining aspects of this episode is also seeing the students being trained and honing their skills. While we've seen heroes do work and have students with them, this isn't the first work study case that they went through in My Hero. Actually showing the daily grind of being a hero and what it takes is really cool. While it might seem small to many out there, I love that about this episode. It's not just about fighting the biggest villains or having some type of huge scenario every single time. Actually learning on the case and fighting against normal enemies and having that honing of those skills and having Endeavor actually explain to them exactly what it takes was a really cool thing to see, and I think that it adds to the whole aspect and lore of what being a hero is. Now, the ending part in this episode is extremely sad, but also very important for the family's future. Part of the healing process for Endeavor is having a family dinner while inviting Shoto's friends over. This was suggested by Endeavor's daughter, but it's also something something that Endeavor saw in his dreams. Every single time it tormented him. He saw his family and how they were at dinner, laughing, smiling, and enjoying things while he wasn't there, because he wasn't there as a dad. He wasn't there as a protector when it comes to doing what you need to do to be a great dad, and he understands that. All throughout this episode, that is reverberated with him seeing that dream and seeing him not being there. I love how they added that in there because it shows that he needs to do better, and he's going to try to do better by putting that dream of all of his family being happy and them having a good time, but him actually being there and trying to take part in that happiness. But the thing with this is that he knows that it's not going to quite work out like his dream. He knows that there's going to be a tense atmosphere there with Natsuo there, one of his older sons, and how Natsuo still hasn't forgiven Endeavor for what's happening. Despite Endeavor trying, at least what it seems like to Natsuo, to be someone better, he still doesn't think Endeavor has changed. Now this part is very important because Deku gets down to the bottom of what's going on in Shoto's heart. And while Deku is explaining how Shoto is preparing his heart and mentally to forgive his father, Natsuo, Endeavor, and Fuyumi all hear what Deku says and realize that this needs to happen. Everyone needs to change. Everyone needs to be able to move forward and forgive in their heart. Now you combine that with Shoto's mom actually writing letters and getting better and also willing to forgive herself. The natural resolution is for them to move forward as a family together. A nice little touch at the end was the scene with Endeavor praying for Toya's soul, the older brother that passed away. The show comes full circle with this scene now and truly shows how Endeavor is a changed man towards the end there. And that's what I love about this. The growth, the development of not only on-the-job work, but also trying to mend the issues with his family shows that Endeavor and everyone around him has a lot of growing to do, and they can all do this together as a family. Now, I will be covering more My Hero Academia episodes in the future. Look out for my next episode very soon here, but I'll also be covering other anime as well, like Demon Slayer. So if you do like anime coverage, where we go in depth in terms of the episodes and talk about some of the cool aspects of them, please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like that on PlayerEssence. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.